Hey guys, what's going on? Brett Roach here with another video. Today I'm going to show you a few ways on how I'm going to be saving money around here now that I'm working from home as a tech support agent and full-time indie game developer. So let's dive in, and I'm going to show you the 2.0 for best free alternatives to Adobe applications. Let's go. Alright guys, so first off here we got GIMP. I know I said in my last video, if you didn't watch the 4 alternatives to Adobe applications for game development, I did say GIMP on here, but after going through it a little bit more, I'm reconsidering my thoughts on GIMP. GIMP is more of just like a photo editing software. You can't really create from vector shapes or anything like that. It has no vector shaping element whatsoever. You pretty much just have to create everything from scratch, like with this paths tool here. So like we go to file, new, and then just say create an HD image, and you just basically have to create shapes from this path tool. I don't like that at all. I really don't. So GIMP's a no for me, because since I'm working from home now, I'm making changes and I'm trying to save money on things, and perhaps you guys are too. I'm just trying to help you guys save some money. So I was just looking for some free sources online, and I found a couple great tools, better than what I mentioned in my last video. Another one I wanted to show you guys was PhotoP. It might be a good option for you. I personally didn't like it. It is almost exactly like Photoshop. It's just a little more, I don't know, slow when trying to adjust sliders. There's kind of a lag. I'll show you guys here. Okay, so when you first go to photop.com, you click more, and you should see an install PhotoP button here. It's blacked out for me right now currently because I already downloaded and installed it. So basically, like if you're on Mac, I don't know about PC, but if you're on Mac and you install it, it's not going to show up in your applications. So what you'll do is you'll just go to your Finder, type in PhotoP, and you can actually just grab and drop the application into your applications folder, and there it'll be stored. So what I wanted to show you guys here in PhotoP is it's pretty much exactly like Photoshop. So I'm just gonna create a new blank canvas here, and you can draw your shapes, and you can add a gradient. Say we want to add this gradient as a yellow to clear. I'm gonna just grab my wand tool, check that, and I'm just gonna. First, you got to rasterize the layer, and then I'm just gonna, just like that, we added a gradient. And you can also convert these to smart objects, your layers on here. So it's pretty much exactly like Photoshop, guys. We have you double click on the layer. You can go to add outer glows, just like Photoshop. You can add textures to it, scale it, depth it. Everything's exactly like Photoshop. Like I said, the only difference for me is I don't like the line tool. Okay, so if you say go to draw like a circle like this, and I put a stroke on here of like 4, and when you zoom out, let me rasterize it. But when you zoom out, you can see here, like if you were trying to make a smaller object, that's not what I wanted to do. If you're trying to make a smaller object, the line around the object is just like really grainy. And you have to really be in on the image to see it. I don't like that at all. That and the latency on sliding the faders for adjusting things, I just don't like. But if that's something that you guys are okay with, you can download it. It's 100% free. So I think for this option, I'm going to stick with Photoshop and just pay the $20.99 a month. Now there is another application that I did find that's free, and it is amazing, guys, and it's replacing actually two of my Adobe applications, and that is DaVinci's Resolve. Now I am fairly new to this, so I'm still learning how to use Resolve. So for now I will be editing my videos in Premiere until I fully understand Resolve, because the UI is just different. What you can do here is you can open up a project or create a new project, and this is actually taking place of two applications that Adobe has, and that's After Effects and Premiere. Now for the After Effects portion, say I want to create a 2D animated cutscene for my game that I'm working on. What you can do is you simply go to like say the, I don't even think it has to be really anything. Go here to the edit mode. You'll hit your effects library. You'll go down to Toolbox Effects, and then you'll hit Fusion Composition, and you'll just drag that in to create a new Fusion Composition template. And then what you'll do from there is you'll go over to Fusion, and then you'll go up to Fusion Editor, and you'll go to Import PSD, and I'm just going to find a cutscene graphic that I made. Where is it at? Let's just do something like this. I'm going to open that up, and it's going to actually import all the layers in my Photoshop file that I have over here. And you can just click those. I'm not going to exactly get into how to edit and animate this because I still have to figure some of it out myself. But you can click the layer, go to spline, and then you can actually manipulate, rotate, scale, all that stuff during the keyframes of the video. And then what you do from there is go over to your media or your edit, and you would just edit the composition as a video file as a whole. So it's literally taking the place of two Adobe applications, After Effects and Premiere. Great, guys. This is absolutely free also. I didn't buy the studio version. This is just free. DaVinci Resolve. I think I'm using 16.2 because my OS is, not the latest OS. I think I'm using OS High Sierra, which is 10.13. I can't believe I didn't talk about this in my last video, to be honest with you. One of the best free video editing resources I found. And this would replace HitFilm Express and Media Composer, Avid Media Composer, and it's a lot better than both those applications. I'd almost rather use this than Premiere, and it's absolutely free, guys. Go pick it up off their website. I'll leave all the links in the description, just like my last video. Last application I wanted to talk about again was Handbrake replacing Media Encoder. I am definitely using this. I know I talked about it in my last video. I did not have it, but by my own review, I decided to get it, and I'm actually going to keep this, guys, and replace it with Media Encoder. It'd save me a ton of money now that I'm working from home. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys an example here. I'm just going to click on one of my videos that I want to export, and this is super fast and easy. It's even more intuitive than Media Encoder and a lot faster than the processing that Media Encoder puts out. So they actually have YouTube 2160 60 frames 4K quality on here that you can export as. Obviously you want your video file itself to be at that level. I mean, you're not going to export a 720 film at 4K. It's just not going to do anything for you. And then you can click the format. We got MKV, WebM, and I'm just going to keep to this MP4. That's what I always use. That's what I love. So that's what we're going to use here. And then I just browse where I want to export the file. I already got my output folder set up here. And you're literally just going to go to start. And it's going to export. It's going to export this. Hang on. My antivirus software wants to get permission. So it's going to export this, and it's literally only going to take me about 5 minutes, guys, to export this video, to whereas Media Encoder could take me a half an hour or longer. So those are a few applications that you guys can download for free. This is the 2.0 version. I'm taking my own advice on the last video. Since I'm working from home now, I want to save a bunch of money, so I will be making the switch. I'm going to keep Photoshop, unfortunately, and pay the $20.99 a month. I just like Photoshop. It's very intuitive to me. I'm used to it. I don't really like PhotoP or GIMP. So in that sense, with game design and game development, I really like Photoshop, guys. So I'm going to keep the Photoshop and pay the fee. And I'm going to completely, once I get DaVinci and learn everything about DaVinci, I'm going to eventually replace After Effects and Premiere as well with DaVinci Resolve. And then I'm also going to make the switch immediately from Media Encoder to Handbrake. So if you guys are interested in that as well and you want to save some money, links will be in the description. Have a great one.